Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Ismail Eliat from Saudi Solutions, Tally authorized partner for Saudi Arabia. This is an extension of my previous video, which was demonstrating the various fields of the invoice and the informations from where the Tally picks from. So here in this video, I'm mainly focusing on the customizing of the default invoice, which is available in the Tally ERP9 release 6.3, the bilingual invoice. There are two options you have when you come to invoice or any other forms that's available in Tally. One is that you can use the default available formats, and there are some modifications which Tally provides. And there is another options Tally gives is the customization of extra customization of the invoice, which is outsourced, so it's chargeable. And in this you can, through customization, you can design any format that is needed by you in pre-printed forms or the letterhead or with the titling or whatever the font modifications. Anything can be customized in Tally with a few extra bucks of money. So here I'm going to demonstrate how we can fit in the default invoice, customize the default invoice to the maximum, because many of my customers has been calling about the when they type like 4 or 5 items in an invoice, like 6 and 7, only very few items could be fit in. So my goal here is to show you how we can customize this one to fix the maximum. I'm going to show you we can fix even if 18 lines is possible, 20 lines is possible. Also another issue was the default TIN number, which is written on the top left of Tally on the title, along with the title with the contacts and all. This was shown very small font, and they wanted something very large. So this is another. If you see here, I will show you how we can put it in the titling, so it's more attractive and more more clear. So this is the default invoice in front of you. I'm focusing only one thing. When you give the print, how we can customize. Customization of the whole invoice is from here itself. If you click on titling, see the default title. I put the both English and Arabic on the same line instead of the 2 lines, and the second line I use for VAT number, Raqmu Daribiya, and this your 15 digits number for the VAT number. And here are the options you have for if you are printing on a letterhead. You can switch this off, so Tally doesn't print this much of this section of the part. This section can be switched off, and there is a way to switch off your logo as well. So this can come to this is a place for your default letterhead. And if you want to get bilingual invoice, you have to make sure in the configure is the place where we are going to configure the invoice. So if simple format is yes, you are not going to see this option of bilingual invoice. So you have to click configure and make it no, because it's a totally different style. Simple format is another format that's available in Tally with different looks. I'm not focusing that right now. So I'm just focusing on the bilingual invoice, which is immediately, that's what is our requirement. So these are the yes or no questions where accordingly Tally will bring the informations to the invoice. And there are some issues with this invoice release, which some of the things are not appearing in the invoice. Even if you give the bank details, not coming. So these are Tally will be fixing up in their next release. And here is the print company's TIN number. So when you give this one, you get the TIN number on top left, and also here along with the Arabic TIN. TIN stands for tax identification number, but most of the people want is the word VAT. So so let us switch it off. We don't use this one. Switch off the company's TIN number. We need the buyer's TIN number, which is the customer's TIN number. Instead, you can use this title as I have shown, English and Arabic, and also VAT number for the document in Arabic field. This can be done in 3 ways. One is go to titling and you can type here. Second, you can configure here itself, which is but the third option is you can go to the gateway of Tally, account info, voucher types, alter, sales. This is a good option for those who are using multiple vouchers. Here is it. Default print I want to print is this one as VAT invoice, all these things. Now I also have another voucher type called credit sales, which I want to use different title. Okay, whatever you type here will appear there. That can be picked from there itself. So if you want another title, can be typed here. Now how to increase the height and width and all this is from, if you click on configure, you have, okay, there is on the right side you can see the order and all this is by default. These information is here, invoice number and the order details. And this one, this is for, if you switch off this one, Tally will remove this part, which is the VAT extra details about the VAT percentage, the total amount, VAT taxable amount, the tax amount, and the VAT percentage. So if you see, even if you remove that, you get more space in the default invoice. If you don't want, if you are okay with, because Tally is already showing here separately the amount, the taxable amount, and the tax amount is shown here. So those who want more space, they can remove that because it's already there in the invoice. Let me switch it back on. Okay, switch it on. If you switch it on, you have these calculations back. Now I'm going to show how we can fix the maximum. This is like 10 items. What if I have 20 items? I'm going to show you that also. See, if you see here, the configure, there's another configuration which is on the left side. This number on the right side. Right side is for the symbol format, which is only applicable if you're making this one, yes. On the left side you have height, width, margin on top, and the margin on left. And these are like based on this yes or no questions, you will have some information appearing or disappearing in the invoice. So if you want like 20 items, what you can do is you can increase the height. By default the A4 size is like 11.6 and width is something around 8 inches. So what Tally does is, you know, this one, if you are like, if you're making this 12, I make this 10, which is wrong, but Tally will do is a compressed way. See, you have more space. For example, I have already here some like 20 items here. So if I want to fix maximum, so we'll switch it off, switch off these things, informations. No, this is only 15. I can fix maximum by again, like 11 is needed. If I say 11, no. So you just play around this area if you want to get more and see how things work. See, I put 13 and 10, I got 18 items in a line. I think more can be fit like this. So we are sacrificing something here. The font has been reduced to smaller in size, but since the Tally is providing in one line English and the other line Arabic, still there is enough space for the numeric part to be visible and clear. So if you want, this I'm just demonstrating for those who have a lot of items in one invoice. they can utilize these informations to get the maximum outflow in their default invoice. Hope this is all clear. Those who have more doubts, they can put their questions in the comment area, or just call me at 0533699553. Please don't call me, just try to put in the WhatsApp, because lots and lots and lots of calls in a day, and I can attend only few important calls. So whoever is putting their questions after viewing my video, I'm replying them. There are some customers who doesn't see at all, they just want from scratch to be explained. I always tell them, just go through the video once, and whatever is not clear for you, you can ask me. I have no issues, but the issue is that with the time and number of calls, it's very hard to manage. So my purpose of this video is for my existing customers, and also for others, for anybody who want to use these informations. Okay, thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.